So guys, today we are rounding up the series. This is it, episode 35 of the AC Milan career mode. We're going to take a look at all the stats, have a look at my biggest win, my worst loss, and all that good stuff. We're going to look at top scorers, top assists, we'll look at the table, and all of the stuff that you need to know towards the end of the series, and of course, a final squad report. So I guess we should start off with that really. Let's jump into a squad report. Actually, first, you can have a look at the first 11 that won me the tournament. We won the Champions League with this team. So Keita came back and actually he played so well that I was really upset that I didn't get to use him more this season. Belotti up front, of course, Neres on the right, Kessie, Dembele and Bonaventura. What a three midfield that is. Baba, Romagnoli, Bonucci, Florenzi and Perrin in goal. So let's see how our players got on this season. So Perrin did go up by 1 in the end. Florenzi went up by 2. Still one of the best right backs in any FIFA for me. He's such a quality player. He's good at everything. I wish his strength was 70 plus because then he'd be all green. Bonucci, of course, joined at the beginning of the season and he played 38 games and got an average rating of 7.1, which is really quite high. Romagnoli was his main partner, and I still think, actually, that he's better. I honestly do think Romagnoli's the best centre-back I've used in this series. Such a solid centre-back. Baba Rahman, now when he joined, he was 79 rated, and I spent, 18 million pounds on him, or euros, I should say, and I was really disappointed because he was 79 rated. I thought he would be around 81, maybe even 82, so thankfully, he proved to be a very shrewd signing. He's been absolutely fantastic for us, especially at wing-back in the 3-4-3 that we were using. Dembele, he's just starting to lose some stats, but this guy has been an absolute rock. One of the best players I think I've ever used in any FIFA. Honestly, he's that good. It's such a shame that in the next year, the next FIFA and the FIFA after that, he's just going to be getting older and older and less usable in career mode, really. 7.3 average rating. I mean, that's pretty incredible. He scored 6 goals in total. So we got 3 in the league and 3 in the Champions League. Now, Kessie was also a very good player for us. Of course, AC Milan loaned him for 2 years in real life. I just signed him. I put him in the squad and really impressed with him. Bonaventura in the first season, for me, was probably the best player in the team. He really performed so well. Not so much in the second season, but still played a huge part in our success. Neres, of course, was really good for us. He's gone up by 4 in Season 2. He grew a lot in Season 1 as well. Actually, how many goals did he get? 4 goals, 7 assists, 45 appearances. But look at this. Belotti, 20 million plus Suso. That's not even a bad deal. That is so good. An average rating of 7.5, scoring 21 goals in 43 games. Basically a goal every 2 games. 6 assists as well. So Keita only managed 18 appearances, but when he did play, boy was he good. Look at his stats, man. Absolutely disgusting. De Sciglio up by 2. Sanchez has gone up by 2 as well. Andre Silva went up by 2. Scored 9 goals in 27 games. So 1 goal every 3 games. It's still not too bad. Locatelli went up by 2 in the end. Really solid player. There's something about him that makes me think he's not really that typical CDM you want in FIFA. Unless you're a fan of great passes of the ball and Busquets-like players, I think that's where Locatelli feels for me. Around the Busquets type player. Adama was obviously a very last-minute signing. 7.5 million euros. 7 goals, 6 assists, and one of the fastest players I think I've ever used. 99 acceleration, 97 sprint speed, but it feels like 110. It really does. Niang, of course, took over when Keita got injured and actually did very well. 16 goals in 43 appearances. I mean, a striker would be happy with that. Musacchio went up by 2. Again, a very underrated centre-back. I said that in the last episode. Diop went up by 2 there. Only played 27 games, which is actually more than I thought. Maybe that shouldn't be only 27. Conti went up by 2. Riedwald went up by 3. Mauri went up by 2. Gomez up by 1. Mastor up by 2. Lapadula stayed the same, but scored 3 goals in 14 games. Really enjoyed using him, actually, when he did come in. Gabriel went up by 1. Rodriguez went up by 2. And that is the squad report. So overall, of course, the team has been very good. We haven't had many players decreasing, but of course, Dembele probably by month 1 or 2 in the third season would be 81 rated and eventually 80. So I probably would replace him if I was to carry on. So we're going to take a look at the league table here. So Napoli, of course, finished in second place, 3 points behind us. Juventus finished with 76 points. They only lost 4 games. We lost 3. I mean, it's pretty crazy that Napoli had pretty much the exact same record as us, just 1 more loss than us. So they really were very close to winning the league. Down at the bottom, we've got Bari, Empoli and Cesena. So those 3 teams will be going down. Let's have a look at the top scorers in the league. So we've got Erdogan from Fiorentina. I saw Dybala was there in 3rd. Do we have any players up there? We have Niang. Niang was my top scorer in the league with 11. That can't be. Rodriguez got 9. What? And Belotti got 9 as well. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting to see that. But Erdogan with 19 goals gets the golden boot. Assists, we have a Bologna player. They did really well this season. Berardi's there, Edda's there, but where is our next player? Florenzi got 6, Niang got 6. I mean, Niang, I think he might be up there almost as MVP. He's had a very good season for us. Clean sheets, of course, is going to be Perrin with 16. Galini from Atalanta there with 12. Reina still going strong with Napoli. And yellow cards doesn't really mean anything. Red cards, oh my God, Medel. I think he's just joined Besiktas in real life, or Besiktas, sorry. 3 red cards. He's obviously a very aggressive player, and that reflects it in game. What else do I want to show you guys? I could take a look at, what was it going to be? Oh yeah, I was going to show you my finances. So we made a profit of 324.3 million euros. 576 as our earnings, 61 in season tickets, 109 million in transfers, 113 in prize money. I mean, we won a lot from the Champions League and winning the Italian League, of course. But the Italian Cup final, which we lost, meant we would have earned even more. Match tickets, 53 million. Pre-season was 12.5. Did we win the pre-season tournament? I think we did. But merchandising takes the biggest chunk, 227 million. Now, expenses, 74 million on player wages, stadium maintenance, who gives a shit, travel costs. But transfers, 173 million spent. So we did make a loss on transfers, around 70 million, 65 million give or take. So we can see the highest selling shirts here, Belotti, Romagnoli and Silva. And same there, same there. I don't think that's going to change. We got 15 million from the Champions League. It's pretty cool that they break all this stuff down, but does it really doesn't mean anything, does it? And you can see the budget ended here with 478,000 per week and around 6 million euros. So we did very well financially, and I guess, you know, looking at our manager rating, finishing on 80, we started with 80, of course. I guess the board are just pretty pleased with us. So our manager popular rating is 80. We're on target. Within 3 seasons, increased the club worth by 20%. We did that. Gain 150 million euros in earnings from shirt sales. We did that very early on. And obviously reached the semi-final of the Champions League. We won the Champions League. You'd think I'd have a higher rating, to be fair. Now, the only objective I didn't bother with this season was the youth development, because I already had such a great team. I didn't feel the need to invest in youth players, especially because I kind of knew I was going to finish this series at the end of season 2. If you're going to use youth players, you need to play multiple seasons. Brand exposure, we obviously did that. Financial, we did that one as well. Reached the final of the Italian Cup and win the league title, so we've managed to do those 2. And of course, reaching the semi-final was the continental success. We went 1 step further. Well, technically 2 steps, because we reached the final and then we won the final. So what I want to do now is have a look at the other leagues, and we'll see how other things went on. So obviously 3-0 against AC Milan at the start of the season, against Juventus, sorry. They then beat us in the Italian Cup, which was a bit of a shame. That was the pre-season tournament. We beat Liverpool in the final. Liverpool actually won the Copa Europe final against PSG. Let's keep going here and have a look at other leagues. Unless it's not going to show me here. No, it's not. We need to back out and go to season, and we will have a look at other leagues. We want to go other leagues. There we go. So Argentina, Boca Juniors, no surprise there. Australia, we've got Melbourne City and Melbourne Victory, very close. Austria was RB Salzburg, of course. Club Brugge has won the Belgian league. In Brazil, we had Internacional. Okay, interesting. Chile, Colombia. Let's go towards England. We've got Copenhagen winning in Denmark. So Manchester United beat Chelsea in the Premier League by 2 points. Arsenal down in 5th. Oh dearie me. And going down, Brighton, Newcastle and Burnley. Okay, into France now. PSG did win the title by quite a distance. Nice in 2nd, Monaco in 3rd. Leverkusen won the league in the Bundesliga, so clearly stronger than the other competition there. I'm still surprised they were in the final. I really enjoyed playing them in the final. It was a good game, but I think I got quite lucky, to be fair. I really do. There's the Italian league, Japan. No one really cares about some of these other leagues. They're not as popular. Ajax, Feyenoord, PSV fighting at the top there, but Ajax came out with the win. Let's have a look at La Liga as well. Benfica won in Portugal, Porto in 2nd. I think it's going to be Barcelona. I want to say Barcelona because they did so well in the Champions League. It's Real Madrid, okay. Atletico in 2nd and Barcelona in 3rd. Villarreal in 4th. I think that's going to be it, really. Interesting how, Barcelona, who made it further in the Champions League than Real Madrid, but didn't win the league. So they might have prioritised Champions League games over everything else. Let's have a look at my career, because I want to have a look at the biggest win and the hardest defeat. So we beat Empoli 5-1, and we lost to Juventus 3-0 at the start of the season. My record transfer fee was 53 million, and apparently my total earnings is 7.3 million euros. Not too bad. So in total, 106 games, 72 wins, 27 draws, and only 7 losses. That's incredible. We won 99 games. Not one. We didn't lose 99 of our games. That's pretty amazing. We scored 169 goals, conceding 60. We won the league title, the domestic cup in the first season, and the Champions League in the second season. So there you go. We've won every tournament we can. Shame we didn't make it 2 domestic cups won. We should have won that game against Juventus, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. So I don't know what else to show you, really. I mean, I could jump into Season 3 and see what kind of budget we'd have, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I think that's it. I don't think I need to do anything else. I just wanted to round up the series. I like to do this and just show you how things looked around the other countries and, how the team got on in general. I'm so pleased we won the Champions League. That meant a lot to me because I really was worried that this series would come to an end after 2 seasons because I think I was going to end it regardless. If I had lost the Champions League final and the Italian Cup final, I would have been really disappointed because the series would have been for nothing. But we did what I wanted to do. We won the Champions League. And again, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has watched the series. I am thinking of doing another series before FIFA 18 comes out, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I might not even do career mode. I'm thinking of doing something else. I kind of feel like career mode's a little bit dead now with 4 weeks to go until 18 comes out. So just keep looking out on my channel. You'll see some new videos popping up. I'm going to do some more Premier League content, seeing as that started now. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. AC Milan career mode is now finished, and we move on to the next challenge. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.